Hey everybody, welcome to More Please. Today I am giving you my take on Jeopardy's new host, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and The Amazing Race. Plus, I have some friends who are going to join the Kiki about creating content during this quarantine. So grab your mugs because it's time for More Please. All right, it's Monday, y'all. So it's a brand new episode, which means I got to tell you what all went down this week. It is now time for Tony's Take. All right, so you guys, last week was an interesting week because I feel like I just needed to take time to really catch up on like TV and things that were happening and kind of get my mind off of all the election stuff. Because side note, I don't know if y'all were confused, but I was getting confused as to why my phone was still telling me which candidate was still winning states. And I was like, I thought we were done, but apparently we're not. So I'll just wait again. So I needed TV to take my mind off of things. So I ventured into the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Now, I don't know if you all tuned in, but I definitely did. And I was all about it. I'm not going to pretend like I am already familiar with all of the ladies, but I will tell you, I like each and every one of them. Because if you've ever started off a Real Housewives franchise, sometimes it takes a minute. Sometimes it takes a beat because they're still trying to find their footing. They're trying to figure out themselves. They're trying to figure out how their particular season is going to go. Well, let me tell you, the ladies of Salt Lake City have it down. I don't know if they sat and did a marathon of all the other cities, but like they literally came in with a boom. Right off the bat, this girl here, Jen, I can already tell she's going to be the tea collector. She's going to be the tea spiller. She's going to be extra and extravaganza. I am here for it now, but I feel like she might be team too much and I might not be there for it later. And also this girl right here, Mary, interesting thing about her, and I'm pretty sure y'all heard the tea already, she is married to her step-grandfather. I guess only in Salt Lake City and Kentucky is where you would do something like that. But she explains in the show that, and I would show you a clip, but like, listen, let's keep it real. This is a web show. We ain't got time to be paying for like copyrights and all that kind of stuff. We on a budget. So she, in the clip, imagine it with me or go back and watch it. She says that her grandmother left it in her will for the step grandfather to marry one of the girls so that he's taken care of. Now, listen, I don't know what kind of stunts and shenanigans that they're doing up in this Salt Lake City, but like, I would be willing to be like, Grandma, I'll check on him. I'll go to the house every Sunday and cook a meal for him. I'll make sure that he takes his pills. I'll go to Amazon and buy the little pill box that have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday on it and make sure he like takes that every single day. I'll do that. But as far as marrying him, I can't. But you know what? I'm vested. I just want to know more about this relationship. And all the other girls seem very interesting, but you know, it's the first episode, so I'm still trying to figure out who's who. So watch along with me. Make sure you watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City on Bravo on Wednesdays at 10 p.m. All right, so as you all know, Alex Trebek passed away a little over a week ago, and already they are talking about who could replace him as the next host. I don't know if it's too soon to talk about that, but these two people were brought up. So LeVar Burton was brought up first as a potential replacement. And I mean, I know him from Reading Rainbow. I know that he's done other stuff, but my first thought was, I'm here for it. Like, I'll definitely, you know, tune in and watch LeVar Burton host Jeopardy. But then someone mentioned Ken Jennings, who you all know is famous on Jeopardy for winning all the money. And he's actually on a game show called Masterminds on Game Show Network. And they pitched him as a potential host for Jeopardy. I mean, if I had to vote, sorry, LeVar, but I would go with Ken. I feel like he's already a part of the brand. He's already a part of the show. You guys are familiar with him. You like him. He actually does have a really great personality. And I think that he could hold the show. I mean, I would tune in for an episode just to see how he does. I'm not going to act like I watch Jeopardy faithfully. But let's see, Christina says, LeVar Burton would be great. I'd love to see him. Okay, well, 1 vote for LeVar and 1 vote for Ken. So we'll see. But I think, they're still trying to figure things out. I mean, bless his heart. Alex Trebek just died like a little over a week ago. Let's mourn first before we try to find a replacement. But I'll be happy with either one. But I'm actually really more so rooting for Ken because I feel like Ken would make sense. But that's my thought. So also this week, I caught up on The Amazing Race, which I had this thought as I was catching up. I was like, I don't know why it has taken me so long to get into this show. I mean, this show has everything. It has traveling and challenges and like the relationships with the contestants and all that. And I was thoroughly here for it. But these are my top 3. There's Madison and Riley, Will and James, who I don't know if you guys watch America's Next Top Model, but Will was top 2 in America's Next Top Model. And then there's D'Angelo and Gary. And what I really like about this show is not only like the traveling and seeing all of these different parts of the world and how they get through these challenges and stuff like that, but it's also the relationships that these people have. The show is really like about choosing the proper travel buddy. Because here's the thing, you can't travel with just everybody because somebody's going to get on your nerves. Somebody's not going to be on the right schedule. Somebody is just going to just make the whole trip a mess. So it's also watching the dynamics of these relationships. So if you haven't been tuning in, watch with me. It's on CBS every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And these are who I'm rooting for. So you can tell me who you're rooting for because it's a good show. All right, that has been Tony's take for this week. But hey, stick around because I am going to Kiki with my friends who have been creating some wonderful quarantine content for you. Stick around because there's more. More, please.
Wow. I just started my first talk show with an apology. I'm so Canadian. Okay. It's very hard for me not to apologize for that apology. Hi, this is Hump Day with Hampshire. I'm Emily Hampshire. This is my first virtual talk show. It's my first anything talk show.
It started as a cough or maybe a sneeze. Now here we are in quarantine. And if you act, dance, play, or sing, chances are you're on the couch not doing a thing. So watch Hump Day with Hampshire. Have some fun before we retire. Take a little break from the quagmire. It's Hump Day with Hampshire.
And if anyone's tuning in right now, they're like, this is the weirdest show I've ever seen.
Literally, we're going to think that they're on some psychotropic Friends.
All right, we are in our 1000th day of quarantine, and we have some of my friends who have been keeping you entertained this entire time. So let's have a Kiki. Please help me welcome to More Please some wonderful quarantine content creators. We have from the IG Live show, Quarantine with the Chris's, wonderful social media and TikTok creator, Shelly, and co-creator of the soap drama podcast, Forever and a Day, Miss Candice, Mack. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
How are you? Now, Candice, before the show, we were like praying for your Wi-Fi that like it sticks together and that it's going to hold up. Are we good for the next like 20 minutes or so?
We should be. There is a high wind advisory here in Baltimore.
Okay.
And so pray for me, okay?
Listen, we are praying for you. We are praying for your Wi-Fi, and we're also praying for whichever company that you have your Wi-Fi and cable and internet through. So we're gonna send a strong prayer over to you.
Thank you. Amen. Thank you.
Before we get started, I want to go around and have you all just let the people know what your content is that you have been creating during this quarantine. So we're going to start with some of my favorite Chris's, the Chris's. That'd be you, and you, and you, and you, and you.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry, Tony. We were just busy trying to be step grandpas. I don't know what you're talking about earlier, but that's the thing here too in Los Angeles.
I'm glad that you're prepared for that. Now I don't have to go on Amazon and get it. I can just stop by your house and get it.
Come on over.
So let the folks know what you've been creating and what your show is.
Sure.
Yeah, we do an IG live show and also a podcast.
And it's a free-form talk show format, off the cuff. I like to have some fun, bring some levity into the world, and also some education combined with a little bit of community cause. So we're big on helping promote different causes and raising money. And we haven't exactly made money during our show yet, but we give it away.
Well, listen, I don't think any of us have made money yet, but you know what's better than money is the feeling in your heart that you have while your content. And Shelly, oh, hey!
I'm a huge fan, Tony.
Huge fan. Shelly is one of my favorite. I don't drink, but my favorite bartenders of WeHo. That's how we met. But she's like hopped on a spaceship and like left us. But she's still doing like some amazing stuff. So Shelly, share with us the content that you've been creating on TikTok.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. So I create comedy content on TikTok, and I started on Instagram, and it didn't really go anywhere. Mm-hmm. And then I ended up finding my people on TikTok. So my friends on TikTok are telling me to say that it's common sense comedy with corn chips. So I like to eat corn chips. That's sort of one of my shticks.
Yes.
But it's comedy based around, giving people a voice that probably don't have much of a voice. A lot of my content is based around the LGBTQ+ community.
Yes.
And giving visibility to them.
Yeah.
So it's comedy with a little education. Yeah.
And during this time, that's what we need.
Yeah.
Comedy with education. Because there are a lot of people who need to be educated through comedy.
There are a lot of people who don't know much about a whole lot of things that they think they know everything about. So.
And they end up knowing nothing.
Yeah, keeping it positive, keeping it fun and light, and yeah.
I love that. And Candice, the co-creator of the soap drama Forever and a Day, what made you create your content during this quarantine?
Well, actually, the creator was Casey Hutchins. He's also in a young body. He decided to honor the genre, which celebrated 90 years in October. And it goes back to radio soaps. So he, along with James Lott Jr. of JLJ Media, got together. They start talking. Next thing I know, I get a call. Hey, Candice, do you want to be executive producer of the show? And some people would say, I'll think about it. I said yes, because I love soap operas. And let's be real, 2020 has been a soap opera. Full of drama.
It's been the reality show I've been signed up for.
Right. So we, got together, started writing scripts of, a normal life with crazy people. Is it normal though? Really? Let's be honest. It's a soap opera.
Anything in soaps is not necessarily normal, but I'm glad that you guys have normalized it during your podcast. Well, this is great because I feel like, you know, along with you all, there's been myself as well who have been trying to do something just to create and like give something positive to people through content while we're sitting at home. For you all, what has been the biggest benefit of producing or creating your content? Whether it's just been for you personally, whether you've received feedback from it, like what has been the benefit for you for creating your content? And anyone can go at any time because I don't want this to feel like Zoom school where I have to call on people. So just jump in at any time.
Oh my God.
Okay. So
I guess I'll go.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, we'll go. Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead, honey.
Boom. Okay. So I started creating content just as like a creative outlet for myself, but I have found the most incredible support system through TikTok, and then everyone's like, "Oh, you're too old for that shit." Well, you know what? Whatever. I found people who are incredible, and I've connected with some of the biggest creators on TikTok as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sense of community there that I haven't found on Instagram or on Facebook or anything like that. And I think part of it is because we all feel like it's like the island of misfit toys. So Instagram is for the pretty people. Like you get super popular because like your photos are amazing and like booty shots. Like, TikTok is the redheaded stepchildren, and I can say that because I'm ginger. But it's where like everybody who kind of can't find their place anywhere else has found their people. And I've just, the community that supports me is unbelievable. Yeah.
Like, I feel like TikTok is an app that most of us discovered during quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, we don't know how to do this. We don't know if we should. Like, this is for like, 20 and under.
Dancing teenagers.
But then it's like, whatever, I've got time. And so like it is a different sense of community. It's a different form of social media. It's there to have fun, to just make you laugh. I literally designate an hour of my day to go through TikToks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The level of activism that is also on TikTok, I think that has been really cool to watch. The amount of people who can see your content and that you can connect with, like, it's just absolutely mind blowing. And the positive message and the things that people are able to connect on, and the people who are either, I don't even know. It's been mind blowing, and everybody just thinks it's a teenager dancing app. And I've learned about mortgages and how to make my own clothing and like all kinds of crazy shit. It's amazing.
Yeah, I absolutely love TikTok. The Chris's, how about you guys and what's been the benefit that you guys have taken from creating Quarantine with the Chris's?
I think similar to Shelly, we kind of started this out just to connect with friends and family, and it kind of really kept us sane at the beginning of quarantine of just like connecting with people when we were all chose to stick inside. I had a collapsed lung, so with a previous condition at the beginning of this, we kind of chose just to stay inside. And then since then, it's just with the community's grown, and we've been told that we help lift spirits and educate, and just getting that positive feedback from listeners and guests has been amazing, and it's what keeps us going. Yeah,
I mean, you all have a very unique, fun, informative show, I think, because I tune in like, every day that ends in Y and not begins with S. And there have been so many interesting people that you guys have been able to talk to and like introduce us to, and your dynamic, I think, is very fun and entertaining as well. That, it's like a ray of sunshine during these dark times. I'm not trying to get all deep because I'm not Oprah. However, I felt like that was a great analogy. So kudos to me.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Can we put that on our book as a review?
You most certainly can. You can take this little clip and say, you know how they have the quotes about people's shows and things? You can use that quote.
All right.
And Candice, Mack, Forever and a Day, taking us back to, you know, the first 90 years of soaps. What have you seen has been the benefit of doing this during this time?
I mean, I have to agree, keeping your sanity. I think we all, for me personally, I'm a workaholic. I'm a teacher. So, of course, not being with those kids, not using my creativity gene, I was going crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and I think all of us was at that point where we're just like, okay, what can we do to bring some joy into our lives and to others? And if you're a creative person, I always say this was a blessing in disguise to tap into your creative gene. With Forever and a Day, I mean, again, there was no new content available. There was no TV shows. There was no movies. There was nothing. So we decided to create something where it would be new and exciting. And the feedback has been amazing. Because again, this is an audio podcast, not a visual. So you have to use your brain muscles. AJ, played by Tony Moore. And so I just, you know, it's just been one of those blessings in disguise of being creative, bringing some joy to people who was in a dark cloud, in a dark place. And I'm glad that we were able to do that. And I'm glad that all of us have been able to do that, whether TikTok, I just discovered TikTok. And I'm just like, wow. Yeah, it's TikTok and Zoom. That was our new thing.
Do you all think, we had a question from Armadillo, who is in our chat. Thank you for watching us. Do you all think that you will continue post-COVID creating your content and doing your content? And what does that look like once we're able to interact beyond the walls of our house?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're already doing season 2. We're already doing season 2 of Forever and a Day, which is going to come out next year. The one thing that I cannot wait for is to see everybody in our cast. Like, we all see each other on Zoom. Like, that's our way of seeing everybody's face. So I can't wait until they say it's over, it's done. We're still going to create the show, but I just want to see everybody. I want to say thank you in person. I don't want to just say it on here. I just want to say it, you know, in person, give them hugs, go out and get some drinks.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to continue.
Will we continue seeing the quarantine Chris's post-COVID Chris's?
Yeah, on that note, our goal is to have just a world tour where we just invite everyone and possibly give out free Wendy's spicy chicken. Shout out to our sponsor today, Wendy's. Ryan, our intern, would have got us a real one, but apparently he ate it on the way here. But yeah, our goal is to keep it going, to take the show on the road, actually. And meet all the people like yourself, who we haven't met in person, but we met through a 7-inch phone screen. Which is both convenient and sometimes annoying, because sometimes I just want to reach out and touch someone.
Yes, you know, sometimes people like to be reached out and touched.
They do.
In one or two ways.
Yeah.
More than 2 ways, I think.
Did you guys ever what was your biggest worry when you decided, hey, I'm going to create this and I'm going to put it out there? Because I know for me, even doing this, like, my worry was, I know the reason why I want to do this. I not only want to keep myself creative and keep myself sane, but I want to create something that people will enjoy, people will tune into, people will laugh, people will have opinions about, people will watch. Did you all have any worries about, you know, putting your content out there, and what were they, if you had any?
I think there's always a little bit of a worry. I mean, granted, I'm just speaking for myself, but I think I was so worried about what people were going to think about me or what they were going to assume about me.
Mhm.
And then once I started doing it and I realized like that I don't give a shit anymore. Like I'm going to show you exactly who I am. And if you don't like it, it's not my problem.
Yeah.
You are going to have
There you
people
go.
who don't like you. People
Yeah.
who are not going to like you no matter what you do. And once you just kind of let that sink in and just like bring all the authenticity to it, I think it's so liberating.
Yeah. I think you learn a lot about yourself when you
Oh, yeah.
put content and things out there. And I think you get to a point where, like you said, you just don't give a shit. Like you're just like, this is what I feel. This is what I want to share. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Because like, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I go back and I look at my own stuff and I still laugh.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should, but like my stuff, along with others, but it brings me joy. Like I'll watch this episode again and just go, oh my God, that was so funny. I'm so great. And so, well, look at this. Look how that, like I just enjoy what I put out there. So like, I mean, if other people enjoy, great, but like I know I do. So there's
I think I'm hilarious. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Any other worries? The pictures of Candice?
I mean, I agree. You know, there's that whole fear of, oh dear God, I hope people enjoy it. If not, what was the point of me doing this? And you go through that phase for the first couple of, you know, episodes or takes. And then after a while, like Shelly said, if they don't, they don't. Oh, well, as long as you feel good about it and your team feels good about it, then it's good. And at the end of the day, I mean, it's out there. And that's the thing. It's out there for people to listen to or to see and tell a friend about it. Some of the people, it's actually funny. Some of the people who didn't like our show at first love it now because they listened to it. So, yeah.
And that's the biggest thing, I think, and I will ask you all this question later because I was just having this discussion with someone before the show started, so I want to hear your take on it. But I think that's one of the things is that we just want support, like from people, you know, and just like we just want you to enjoy the content and share the content. Like we may not necessarily be the you know, big name social media influencers or whatever, but we're doing something, we're creating something. And so it would be nice if like you tell a friend or share it or tune in or something, because, you know, I think a lot of people think that, you know, you create in hopes of something big, you know, is supposed to happen. Like Oprah is going to watch this and give me my own show on the own network. That would be great, but to be honest, you know, I'm doing it because like I enjoy interacting with people. I enjoy, you know, talking. I enjoy giving my take on stuff. I enjoy letting other people know about the other people that I know. So this is why, you know, I do it. You know, Chris's, what about you? I wish I had a spicy chicken sandwich to give you, but I don't.
Ryan, no, oh, it's still a piece of paper.
It's still a piece of paper.
Yeah, no, really the same sentiment that we started doing the show for ourselves, just to connect with friends because we were extra cautious about being inside and staying away from people, which we still are. So thanks you for being at least 6 feet or 2 meters if you're across the pond from us today. But it started out as just a way to connect with people, and then we've reached multiple countries and just a way to just keep us sane in the beginning. And then people started liking us for some reason, not even just our moms. Yeah, I mean, our moms think we're the hottest show on Instagram, but his mom typed in hottest show on Instagram and she found something else.
She found his Instagram model earlier.
Yeah.
Well, listen, your mom still said it. So like, that's still another quote that you could use on the poster when you're promoting yourself. My mom, you can't tell my mom that I'm not the hottest thing since sliced bread when it comes to this show. My mom will actually text me during my show to give her opinion on what it is that I'm talking about. She won't come in the chat room, but she'll and say like, oh, that was good. Ooh, that's funny. Oh, you so silly. You get that from me. These are quotes my mom gives me during this live show. So at least my mom definitely enjoys it.
My mom just thinks I'm a big old idiot, but she's very supportive.
Speaking of
my family thinks the same way.
Yeah. Speaking of supporting others and other creators, who are some of the other creators that you all follow that inspire you?
You?
Yeah.
Please.
First.
Who?
I agree. Tony Moore is one, and I'm not just saying that.
I did not pay people to say this. I simply
I literally can say that I've been a fan of Tony's for a while now. I can honestly say that, and he comes out with great content. Of course, my network president, James Lott Jr.
Yeah.
I mean, dang, there's been a lot of people. Oh my, there's been a lot of people. Like too many to name. My cousin. I'm gonna give my cousin some shout outs. My cousin Dominique, because she does makeup, and she does it like funny makeup. So yeah, you guys definitely have kept me sane. So thank you.
Shelly, how about you?
I have a couple friends that I've actually made on TikTok that I think I love content that has a great message. So I have a couple of friends who are either they're in different stages of their transition. So my friend, the only Noah _ with no arc, he's very openly documenting the fact that he's about to get his top surgery.
Oh, love it.
My friend Rosalind Montoya, who is very open about her transition. I just a lot of wonderful people. There's a man on TikTok. His name is Mr. Hamilton.
I love Mr. Hamilton.
He's fantastic. He popped into one of my lives the other day, and we actually just recently became friends. I just love his positivity. He's a former teacher. I connected with him because I used to be a teacher also. I love that you're a teacher. And now he's getting into voiceover. He quit his teaching job because it was making him really unhappy, and now he's pursuing his dreams. So those are the kind of people that I really connect with and get inspired by. So,
Chris's, who inspired you besides Wendy's and their lovely chicken sandwich menu?
I truly like you do. I mean, we do model a bit of our show after you. Were inspired by your TRL Fridays to start doing Friday dance parties. Hoping those will come out on More Please.
Yes.
Also, similar people have a similar format to what we do. Other podcasts on Instagram. There's one guy, Yutsai, out there who I just like. He does everything. He does TikTok. He does a show. He does a similar show. Similar to you and I, he kind of has a big following, so I kind of like what he does and just try to model like what he's doing and kind of put our own spin on it. Anyone else?
Just a lot of other creatives that are up and coming that want a voice, like musicians like Christian Sparaccio and Nick Horn, BC Music, Hannah Gross, also artists. I've had a lot of artists on recently, painters and whatnot, and James G, who just makes videos. We found him on TikTok, and he has his Heelys, and he just does like funny little TikToks with him jumping off.
I love him so much.
Yeah. So really just interesting people. Dino do-getters we had on recently. They dress in giant blow-up dino suits and go to nursing homes to spread joy to people who can't go outside and their families can't see them. So Really just people that are trying to just show their creativity to the world, and we give them a platform to do it.
Yeah. This just in from my mom. He literally just texted me and said, "That's my son."
Oh,
There you go.
Hello, mother. Thank you for tuning in. And all I have to do every week is send her the link, so she doesn't have to go on a search for it. So thank you, Mom. Who are some of the people that you would love to collaborate with or have on your show? Is there anyone that's like a on your list to do something with? You don't know what, but you know you really want to work with this person, and it could be anyone.
I mean, since it's a soap opera, I mean, we have Tom Racina, who, you know, wrote for Luke and Laura's Wedding, which is the most seen soap opera wedding of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love, this is the big one. I would love to have Jeannie Francis on Forever and a Day. I know that's like a big one, but you know what? Sky's the limit. Anything is possible. I would love Jeannie Francis to be on Forever and a Day. I love our cast, but Jeannie Francis.
She's like, she is Laura.
Jeannie Francis is Laura. She's Laura Weber. Yeah. Of a soap icon. I mean, I'm getting teary-eyed talking about this. It's Jeannie Francis. But yeah, I would love for her to be a part of our show.
Universe. We're gonna put it out there. Jeannie Francis, and then hopefully she catches.
I don't even know, but I wouldn't know what to do if she actually came on the show. To be honest,
you give her.
I would probably be like,
hey. That's what you do.
I'll give her that line that you were supposed to do, Tony.
Well, listen, I know if I ever had a chance to work with Beyonce, I know exactly what we're doing. We are doing Single Ladies. Girl Who Runs. We are doing a whole mini concert together where I dance behind her, but next to her. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
And I can see that too. And I can totally see that.
Shelly, how about you? Is there a TikToker or someone that you like would love to just collaborate with and do something with?
There's a guy on TikTok. His TikTok name is Marcus Chocolate Thunder, and he is I believe he's a UPS or a FedEx driver, and he just goes into public places and dances in the middle and just brings so much joy. And he lives in Dallas. We've already connected. My best friend also lives in Dallas, so I might go down and visit her. I want to dance with him in the middle of a public place and spread joy.
I love that already. He isn't. Is he the one that? No, he's not the one that does the owned it and like does like it like around in the circle. That's not him. That's someone else.
He does sometimes. A lot of times he'll be in his robe and his slippers, like in the middle of a Walmart checkout line, or like in the middle of the most random places ever. I just want to go dance with him in public.
Well, if you go dance, let me know.
Absolutely. Of course.
If it's someplace near, though, if we have to travel, I have to wait till post-COVID. Who would you love to have on Quarantine with the Chris's?
Is this outside of Candice and Shelly?
No, I mean, you can have anyone. And just so Shelly and Candice, you know, the Quarantine with the Chris's will be reaching out to have you on their show.
Yes.
Well, we were thinking
I would love to be on your show. I would love to be on y'all shows.
Well, talk to Ryan. He'll schedule it accordingly.
I love it.
Who else would you like to have?
Aside from you and Beyonce.
How about this? I'll throw it out there. Let's have the Chris's on Forever and a Day.
Listen, you can.
There we go. Done deal. That's what we were hoping for.
See, this is how things happen. The world of collaboration, the world of just people uniting to create for you. That was like the cheesiest 2 a.m. like.
So great.
That was good though. That was good.
Who else, Chris's? Who else would you like to have?
I mean, I'd probably comedian, David Letterman would be kind of cool. I think Seinfeld, doing something in his car, can come hang out with us. I think that'd be kind of neat. Sacha Baron Cohen, I think, would be kind of interesting.
Oh yeah.
The reversal of that would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
He would be perfect for a show. I think you all would have such a great dynamic with each other. I see that. I see you two sharing a meal in a park, just having a wonderful conversation followed by a prank of some sort.
Coming in and dancing with the UPS man.
There you go.
Yes, all of that. Well, you guys, before I let you go, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to entertain each and every one of us. I know that so many people are dealing with the quarantine and COVID in so many different ways, but I hope that people realize that there are people like us who are just creating things to take your mind off of things for a second, to make you laugh, to make you smile, to make you relate, to make you feel like you have a friend, whether it's through the screen or someplace nearby. So thank you all for what you do. It's very, 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 very important. So thank you, each and every one of you.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thanks, Tony.
Of course. Now listen, if you guys
Thank you guys. Love.
If you guys want to tune in to all of their work, make sure you check out Quarantine with the Chris's, QWT Chris's on Instagram. You can find Shelly on TikTok under Shelly Can't Sit With Us, and also Forever and a Day on JLJ Media and where all podcasts can be listened to. Thank you guys for joining me. I truly appreciate you all. And hey, you guys don't go anywhere because I have just a little bit more for you. You're watching More Please.
Greetings from Hollywood, California. I'm here at the world-famous Magic Castle, a 56-year-old private members-only magic club that's usually only open to exclusive invitations and members only. But since the club's closure in March of the pandemic year, we have had our Dine and Delight program, which is actually open to the public. It's our to-go cuisine from our executive chef, Alex Arrieta. Delicious 4-star cuisine available at affordable prices to anyone in the LA area every Wednesday through Sunday night. All you have to do is go to togo.magiccastle.com, place your order by 4 p.m. the day before, and then come by on your pickup day and pick up your delicious, delicious cuisine. And not only that, we've got cocktails, beer, wine, our special beverages like the Neil Patrick Harris Old Fashioned. We've got it all here for people to experience a little bit of magic during these crazy times. It's called Dine and Delight, togo.magiccastle.com. Safe pickup from the Magic Castle directly into your vehicle at affordable prices. Bring the magic home.
Just when you thought I ran out of tea for you, I have just a little bit more. All right, y'all, listen, during these trying times, you all have to do something that sparks a little joy in your heart. And the great debate has always been, do you put up your Christmas decorations before or after Thanksgiving? Now, normally I say put them up after Thanksgiving, but honey, 2020 has dealt us some cards that we don't quite like. So if it sparks joy to you to put up those Christmas decorations, by all means do it. And shout out to all of my friends who have been sending me all of your Christmas decor. It lights me up and makes me feel like it's okay to now start playing the Mariah Carey Christmas album, the best Christmas album out there. All right, you guys, I want to send a special thank you again to the Chris's, Candice, Mack, and Shelly for joining me today on More Please. And next week, same time, we are putting a spotlight on small businesses. You definitely don't want to miss that. We'll see you next week for another episode of More Please.